What's happening, everybody? It's Music Therapy Laz, aka Santa Laz, on the 12 Days of Rockmas special edition of the Music is Therapy show today. That's right. we're gonna have a lot of laughs. We're gonna talk about our most hated and our most favorite Christmas songs. Last year we did a special on this show of the movies. Like, what are your favorite Christmas movies, right? And why? And this year I thought it'd be fun to talk more about Christmas music, and we probably talked about that before too. But what is your favorite and most hated song? So put that in the comments here in the chat, as well as after the show, because if you put comments on the show afterwards, it helps me with the YouTube algorithm and all that YouTube stuff, which is going to get a boost when I actually start monetizing the show. Because without AdSense, I don't think YouTube cares that you're even on YouTube, right? So we're gonna get that back up and running. But I wanted to do it at the beginning of the year, partially, for tax purposes and all that. I think if I'm going to run this like a business, as a nonprofit type of a business, that's how I'm going to run it. I know that it can't officially be like a nonprofit. I actually helped set one up before, with our Hungarian dance group in the Bay Area. And I've been a board member of other nonprofit organizations and groups in the area, mostly around that community, because that's one that I grew up in. And it was very important in my childhood, in my lifetime. And I have a lot of Hungarian Christmas songs. As a matter of fact, part of what I'm planning to do this Christmas is, after the 12 days of Christmas are done, the shows, I'm going to work on some original music for Christmas and for anytime, all the time, especially for therapy, like to listen to and relax to. And then also I'll do some covers of some Hungarian Christmas songs. I got even inspired more to do that by my friend Martin of the L&M Guitar Corner. If you don't know my friend Martin and his friend Lucas, my friend as well. If you've ever seen that movie, Death Race 2000, by the way, and a very, very good friend of mine, Lucas as well. So those two guys have been doing some really fun stuff on their channel. Go check it out. But Martin did a German Christmas song that sounded a little bit like Silent Night to me. It had a little bit of that in it. But, of course, a lot of that music coming from Santa Claus, Saint Nicholas, Santa Claus, right? I think was a German saint, wasn't he? I think a German priest saint. He brought gifts to poor families. I think that was it. And like wood for fire and things like that. But he would also bring the coal for fire to help people warm themselves in the freezing depths of the cold in Europe. Where we're experiencing that in our East Coast too right now, but not here in California so much. It's cold, but nothing like that. Last weekend we went to LA. My friend Brent and Alex, who are probably going to join the chat here somewhere. I invited a few people, but I thought I'd end up being solo today because it's Sunday morning, man. And bottom line is, if you don't have your Christmas coffee ready to go with a little nutmeg and cinnamon like I like it, and you got to have one of these stirring sticks. These are very special Christmas stirring sticks that you have to have for your coffee. That's the way to do it, right? User Brian VH5150 BP. Man, I don't know if these are like required to be kind of long and weird kind of names for YouTubers, because there's nothing original left. But I love it. User Brian Van Halen 5150, and I'm not sure what the BP is for exactly, but I am a big Van Halen fan. I don't have any of those guitars up here except for Santa's playing one right there. Look at that. That is the Frankenstrat right there. So I like to mix my nutmeg and my cinnamon with my whipped cream into my coffee here with my candy cane. That's so good. That's the best. I'm gonna leave it in there. Pro tip: leave the wrapper on the top part, so when you grab it, your fingers don't get sticky. Just saying. All right, ho ho ho. All right, here we go. So we've got Brian in here. We got Peggy in here. It says, 1 year I gave my son a rock and a hammer for Christmas. Wow. Was it one of those rocks that when it breaks open, it has like a little, one of them geode stones. Can't even say it. You know what I'm talking about. The one with the jewels inside. That would have been cool. So Well, Peggy's voting. She says she likes. We should do a poll, right? We got to do that on YouTube. But see, to do that on YouTube, I have to have 2 laptops set up here, and that's the next stage in the studio here at the Flying Pickle Production Studio A, because Studio B is gonna be getting put together while my sweetie's out of town. I'm gonna have a little extra free time in the evenings and stuff, because she's my greatest distraction. Just so you know, I am not, not gonna spend time with her when she's around. So we're always together doing stuff when I can, and when she's not here, I'm gonna have free time to do whatever I want and party. No, I'm kidding. What's that song like? Yeah, and we can do whatever we want and we can party. Yeah, I think it's like a 80s song, like one of those, or 90s song anyway. But yeah, man, so let's say hi to everyone else. We got Bay Area Rich saying Eric Clapton Happy Christmas album, a favorite for me. There we go. So we've got some votes already here for, and these all enter you in today. So let me go ahead and hit this StreamYard giveaway tool thing here, right? Because we want to get that thing going right off the bat here, because some of these people leave, and if you don't stay for the whole show, that's okay. Just recall that you were here, and if I see that you're someone I know and I already have your email, I'll email you that, hey, you won. Or at the end of the show, or after the show like loads onto YouTube, right? Because it's a live show. It takes sometimes hours or a day. Then you can go back and comment on the show, and then you should look for my very top comment, usually pinned, that tells everyone who the winner or winners were. So today we're gonna have 2 winners, because today we're doing the 9th day of Christmas, but we'll also do the 8th day winner today, right? Because those people who commented in yesterday's video that I posted at midnight or whatever it was, that's when I had time. Sorry. Takes a while to load those up too, by the way. And I had to edit it. That was the first time I spent like a lot of time trying to edit that thing, because I had to cut something out in the beginning and splice it in a way that worked. And I was doing it on my phone, which in some ways might seem not as fast or easy, but my Samsung is pretty good at doing things like that. And I think it would have been a lot harder and take even more time to download the video onto my laptop. Anyway, too much YouTuber stuff here. But let's go ahead and get that giveaway tool going here. And if you ever do YouTube and you want to use the StreamYard giveaway tool, just enter that into Google, StreamYard giveaway tool. Take you to a page, look for the little highlighted blue link down there that says StreamYard giveaway tool link. And then you click on that, then it takes you to choosing your video that's live right now. And in this case, where it says match text, I don't put anything in there. That way, everyone who is in the chat right now, who's like entering anything into the chat, is entered into the giveaway. So we've already got 6 entries. And let me show you guys what that looks like, and then we'll bring it back later, okay? In the meantime, we'll talk about the topic, which is, what's your favorite or most hated Christmas music? And another side topic, more on the, psychology and the more music as therapy side. Is Christmas music good or bad for you? And if it's bad, how is it bad? If it's good, how is it good? If it's bad, how is it bad? And obviously, is Christmas music used to manipulate us when we're shopping? And is it like a marketing tool? Yes, it is. Yes, indeed it is. Where's that thing? Yes. Yes, it is. But so is all the other music that they have going on there. And there's some interesting stuff on that. So we got Bay Area Rich in there, says that's his favorite. And Peggy says, James says you have quit the smooth lingo on this Sunday morning. You have quit the smooth lingo. What does that mean, I have quit the smooth lingo? I don't know what that means. Explain, James, please. Yeah, usually this show is more mellow, like, it's music therapy and we're talking like a podcast thing, blah, blah, blah. But I'm excited because it's Rockmas. It's not just Christmas, right? Oh, where's that yay thing? I want to get that yay. No, where is it? Yay. Yeah. So I got this in Germany, this thing. So this is what it looks like. We got 10 entries so far. We're going to pull that out for right now. And if any other people that are in the chat want to join, I'll send you a link, like Matt Stewart, anyone, people I know. Bay Area Rich, you want to join? If you have a way to join the stream, which all it takes is a phone, like a smartphone, right? You can do it with a smartphone. But beware of other things going on in the background, and make sure you're dressed properly. That's all I'm saying. I'm wearing my red and white Hawaiian style shirt because even though, I'm Santa Laz in California. And I'm going to dress accordingly. We got who else in here? We got Billy Ray is also here. He says Jingle Bell Rock. Is that your favorite or hated? So if you're gonna put up what your favorite is, then say favorite and then what it is, hated, and what version of Jingle Bell Rock? Because there's lots of versions of that song, right? There's the rock version. I want to do like a metal but funny metal. You know what I mean? Is there a genre called funny metal? Because if there isn't, there should be. I want to do a funny metal version of my favorite Christmas song because it's just such a stupid song and so silly, and that's why I love it. Is I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas song. That's my favorite. If you guys don't know that song, I'm gonna play it for you right now. Just to torture some of you, because that's what I do. All right, hold on. I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas song. And I'm probably gonna get a copyright strike right here. To get me copyright strike. But here's the thing. I probably won't get a copyright strike, but I'll probably get a claim. And guess what? I did actually fight the claim on the 2001 A Space Odyssey when I put that music on my stream, talking about how music affects our mind and our emotions and all this stuff. We were talking about that on this show a good couple months ago, maybe 30 days ago. Anyway, they never reviewed it, and so it got dropped. So whoever was trying to copyright, claim that, the claim got dropped because they never reviewed it, and they said, we'll just drop it so the music's there. And what's funny is the reason why I went against that one is fair use. Just like Rick Beato and others, look, we're not trying to profit off the music like we're selling it, okay? We are using that as an educational purpose to teach something. And that is the very definition of fair use of that kind of stuff, okay? As a person who's trying to educate others or help them, I'm not taking any payments for this, help or anything like that, right? I don't require you to pay me to do any of what I'm doing. So it's not like what I'm doing I'm profiting off of. And so where's the copyright claim for that, right? And I think it's just a notorious way for bad actors out there to try to make money off people when they don't deserve it, okay? And those are the people like Johnny Bean and I were talking about this in chat yesterday, is that those are the ones that are the worst. They're out there claiming when it's not even theirs to claim, and they're claiming stuff, and they make money off that. There are people out there that are using AI bots and all this stuff. Another bad thing about AI and why putting out product, aka a technology, into the world without having some forethought and regulation around it to make sure it's not abused and used to, hurt people. That's what government is supposed to do, right? I'm not going to get all political, but that is the purpose of our governing ourselves as a democracy. We want to protect ourselves against bad actors and evildoers and whatnot. And if there's a new technology that allows that to happen, we got to regulate that technology in some way so it doesn't hurt people as much as possible. And so what if it doesn't make money for them? They're making money off of hurting people. Maybe they shouldn't be allowed to make the stuff and do the stuff, right? That's my opinion anyway, but I'll get off my soapbox here on this happy day of Rockmas, day number 9. So some of you have already entered from yesterday's show by watching that video that I posted pretty late. And if you are here and you want to just jump in there, it's an hour-long thing almost, so you're not going to really be able to answer every question, but just leave a comment in that show and then come back here. That'll be a refresh as well, if you know what the refresh game is. That'll show more views of this, like more times people clicked into this show. And then leave a comment there, and that gets you at least one entry today for that one. And we're going to use the wheel of names for that. But right now, at the very end of the show, we have 11 so far. We're going to spin this thing, or not spin it. We're going to let the random StreamYard name generator do this. Now, if someone has already won, you can then choose someone from the chat as the other winner. Okay, so if you already won, and I have your names down, so don't worry, I know who you are. You don't get to win twice in a row, but you can choose for someone else, or you can say spin the wheel again to make it fun again. That's kind of fun. Yeah, it was late, Peggy, right? Even for an East Coaster like you, I can't believe it. It was like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. When was that actually up? Anyway, so okay, Matt Stewart's got some here. He says favorite Xmas songs, Rob Halford of Judas Priest, of course. We Three Kings. Man, that is a one good song, right? And The Darkness, Don't Let the Bells End. So those both favorites, or one's a hated, one's a loved. And let me know which one you hate and which one you love. If you don't hate any Christmas songs, which I have a hard time hating any Christmas songs, but there are some that kind of annoy me a little bit. Eddie Faye is also in the house. What's up, Eddie Faye? Yo. So we got Billy Ray here laughing. I'm glad I'm making you guys. Earl Patch, new subscriber to the show, right? Earl, right on. Saying hi to Steve. Brian, I believe if you aren't subscribed, it's okay, but I appreciate it if you do, because I need more. I'm trying to get to 1,000, and I'm really close. I'm at 900 and almost 50. We just need 53 or 54 more people in here, and some people drop off, some people come in, so don't think just go, oh, I've got another one person for last. Get 3 or 4. Ask your family members if they have a YouTube account, if they do watch any YouTube, just go subscribe to last, just for fun. Maybe they'll enjoy it. Maybe not. We got Steve, of course, here. What's up, Steve Rezer? Johnny Bean having his coffee too. Are you having a Christmas blend? That's what I want to know. Who else is having a Christmas blend? So good with the candy cane. It's just like that combo. Coffee, whipped cream, little nutmeg, some cinnamon, and candy cane as a stirring stick. And I'm telling you, man, outside of that, hot spice wine for Christmas, which I made one time when I had a sore throat. I made a hot spice wine for myself out of just ingredients I found in my brother's place, and added a bunch of honey, and that really, that was really good. Yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays. If you are, of other religious belief or not, even if I'm not a religious, like, how would I call my? I'm more of like okay, I believe that there's some force of power out there. Okay, it's the Force from Star Wars. That's what it is. No, it's not. It's not midi-chlorians. All right, so it's not the Force. Greasy Monkey saying hi to all. I believe that there is a purpose for our existence, and our combined consciousness is part of that purpose. And whether we have incarnations, reincarnations or not, or whatever, I think our spirit is part of one greater power, spiritual power of sorts, some kind, if you want to call it spiritual, or a power out there. And I think somehow we're all connected. The way the universe is, and quantum, if you look into quantum, theories of how we exist and how they're having more and more difficulty explaining things as they dig deeper into the whole of knowledge, right? Into the physics of this universe that we know so far, what we can observe with the tools we have, but they're still confounded by the fact that there can be, the same particle in two places at once, or the same thing in two places at once, all throughout all space-time, which is almost infinite, or could possibly be infinite. As far as we know, we can only see to a certain edge, so we think it's only that big, but that might only be part of another greater multiverse of sorts. Who knows, right? So there are a lot of theories and ideas out there and philosophies on this stuff, and actual, science behind it. In other words, using the scientific method to discover things and then being able to prove them. But there's always that but they can't quite yet explain what consciousness is. So what does that tell you? It's bigger than us. That's what it is. Brian is here. What's up, Brian? I'm saying hi to Matt while I say hi to Brian. Let's get to Brian. Where's Brian? Oh, there he is. I saw him up there. Yeah, I already said hi to him before. I just saw that. Oh, Bay Area Rich. Okay. Who else is here? Let's see, everybody. We got Peggy. I didn't send Janice a reminder or anything, but I was hoping that she'd be hanging out with us at least. If not, she's probably sleeping, you know. So let me read you guys a little something interesting about, and then we'll jump into an unboxing. Yeah, it's a guitar, but it's not what you think. It's not for me. And I have a package. That is for me. Thank you, a package. Thank you very much for the package, Ron. So I got 2 things from Ron in the mail, and one of them is a guitar for my brother. If you guys haven't been following the Johnny Bean shows, there is a very cool guitar in there, a very cool BC Rich guitar in there that James is lurking. Okay. Yeah. It could be. See, a lot of this stuff is in the quantum, Eddie, as you know. Or consciousness is a quantum thing. The quantum thing is it's pretty radical and pretty cool. I dig it, you know, because I remember early on they were remember that movie back in like 2010s or something, 2000s. What the bleep do we know? That was a pretty good one, but it was just scratching the surface. Wasn't really getting, hey, Carswell Cost. Right on. Coswell's coat. I'm sorry, I said cost. I thought I saw an S. Coswell's can't do it. Coswell's coat. The only guitar stream that mentions consciousness. Nice one, Laz. There you go. Well, and shouldn't it? Because music is probably the greatest connector of consciousness there is. Because think about it this way, and there is science behind this. I'm going to do a show on this too. One of the episodes is going to be about this. It's fascinating. Okay, here's the thing. Well, let me do this. I kind of get the behind the head glow with my light there. I don't know if you guys noticed, but that guitar that's being held by that light over there is a Van Halen Bumblebee, a replica, a mini. You want to see it? Oh no, it's not. I lied. That's right here. These are so cool. I love that. So cool. I'm gonna put that right next to Ozzy Osbourne over here. Ozzy fell off the shelf, so he's down here right now. Oh, you probably didn't hear that. I said Ozzy fell off the shelf, so he's down visiting with me down here. By the way, we've got these 2 visitors right here: the Dietzel and the Friedman BE. Brown eyes. What that? It's so weird. BE mini 30-watt solid state, basically, right? Solid state little mini amps that'll run 30 watts into a 2x12 or 1x, you know. They're pretty cool, man. So we'll do more deep dive into that kind of thing, and we might go wet dry into this. That'd be cool, right? Yeah, there'll be fun stuff going on in the show here. Oh, blackjack guitar. What's up? Consciousness, I know. Yeah, they come with the stand. So when you buy those, I think I got it at a Guitar Center or somewhere like that. Can't remember where I got it, but yeah. So far we have 18 people in here. We're gonna hopefully get some more people here. I'm gonna pull out Facebook as a destination for any comments I make. So just chat into the chat to win, or after the show, leave a comment for an extra chance at winning on the 10th day, because it's going to be 10th day. Oops, day of, I got to do capitals for ROCKMAS tomorrow. If I could spell tomorrow, the M somehow, I hit the M, but it didn't want to do the M. So the way this works is today, anyone who's in the chat commenting is entered in today's. Now, yesterday, let me go to that video, and we'll do this one on the Wheel of Names right now. We'll get it ready, right? We've got, how many comments? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 people who commented, only 7 people. And here's the funny thing. each one of those 7 people, they had a chance to have 3 entries. So Peggy figured it out, and she answered both questions in the description that you have to watch the video to know the answer to. Obviously, it's an almost 50-minute long video. And she answered the questions, and thereby getting 3 entries into the drawing for today. So let me show you how this is done. I'm going to add another thing to the, we're going to do the Wheel of Names. Random Wheel of Names. There we go. Wheel of Names Random Name Picker. That's the one we like. Let me show you guys this thing, how it works. I'm going to add a new thing to the screen here. I've got to stop that one. Oops. Hold on. How do I? Okay, hold on. Stop screen. Okay, there we go. Add new screen. All right, there we go. Wheel of Names, and there she blows. Wheel of Names. Now, of course, here I have to add the names on there, right? So that takes a little effort here. While we do that, we can talk about other stuff. But Peggy, for example, Peggy, and I put Peggy 2, and then I put Peggy 3. So she got 3 entries. Okay, then we've got Lewis. I don't think he answered a question, but he gets 1. So Lewis via, oh, what happened here? Oh, okay, I see. Villa. I'm just going to say Villarreal. Okay, he gets 1. And then we got Johnny Bean. He didn't answer a question, but he did comments. So Johnny Bean, he gets an, and he's not going to win it for himself per se, unless he really likes it. But he can give it to somebody else, like one of his friends, Lexi or Rich or I don't know, whoever wants to. Then Bay Area Rich, he did answer both questions. So B, I don't want to upgrade my flash thing. Go away. Bay Area Rich. She gets that one. I'm going to say BAR2. And I'm going to say BAR3 for Bay Area Rich. Okay. And then we've got, just to make it easier on me, and then we got Super Chef, who I know who that is. Super Chef. Super Chef, he gets, I guess, let's see if he answered any questions. Right on, bro. Very cool. Rock on. That was it. And I even messaged them back. I think you can enter more for more chances. Because here's the thing. If you're real smart right now, some people figured it out last time. If they go and comment on that right now, they get entered. You can enter for more. Read the description. More giveaway chances. And you guys know I'm very what would you call it? Giving this time of year. Generous. Giving is the greatest gift of all. Okay, so Super Chef gets and then Blackjack Guitar. Let's see, did you answer any questions? No. Okay, but just Blackjack Guitar. Okay. Blackjack Guitar gets 1. Now I'm going to refresh that page. Watch this. I'm going to refresh it. I'm going to go back to it. Where is it? Day 8. There it is. And let's see if there's more comments. Oh, look at that. Matt Stewart figured it out. He said, cool store. Matt Stewart. He gets 1. And then Scott Hawk. Scott Hawk gets 1. Okay, see, do you guys see the, I don't know if you guys see this yet. Yeah, you guys see me entering the names. It's popping on there, right? Scott Hawk. Yeah, it's a cool store, man. Scott Hawk says, hey. All right, let's see. Is there any more? Those are the, I got to view all. Okay. And then oh, Billy Ray was smart. So you can watch the video to to know what the answers are, but you could cheat by looking at the other people. But I think we're almost done. Are we almost done? I think this is how you get engagement. So you got to do it in the sneaky ways. You gotta entice people. Oh, it says no. Oh, unresponded. Okay, sort by published or what? Switch to what? Sort by. Okay, there we go. Now we go. Good video. Hey. Oh, this and that. Oh, okay. Glenn Michael Thompson. Okay, such a great story, right? Yeah, that nylon string Chet Atkins model. I noticed that when I watched the video again, and that Godin multi-act, right? Those are nice. The Godin, but without any synth output or controls. What the Gibson? Yeah, the John Lennon signature too. That was a great one too. There's so many. I mean, this is the thing about guys like Jerry. They're living the dream too, because if you like guitars, there's no better job than like what him and like Zim's, or Buddy Dane, Zim's Guitars, Zimmerman. There's no better job than buying and selling guitars and stuff. It's like the best job ever. I should have done that. Well, maybe I am. I'm collecting them, so eventually I might get big enough of a collection to where I'm, selling some, and then that becomes a job, right? So let's see what else. He says, smattering of left-handed guitars, nice. Yeah, all kinds. Dude, there's so much. They've got, vintage Klons there. They had Kiss dolls, full size. No, not full size. Okay, they were about maybe 2 feet tall, 18-inch tall at least. Kiss dolls or action figures, as we guys like to call them. Yeah, when G.I. Joe came out, he wasn't a doll, he was an action figure. All right, these shops are becoming rare. Yeah, that place is never going to go away because that guy keeps making money off this, and he just bought a truckload of 100 guitars and basses. Some of them are like vintage Kramers and stuff. He says he's not even going to sell most of them for a while. He's just going to just like looking at them, going through them. I should have offered, hey, dude, can I come down and spend a day going through these and tuning them and playing them and messing around? That would be freaking fun, right? That'd be a video, right? Going through like one of these, because you see videos where they'll just pick one or two, but you don't see too many videos where you're like sitting there for like hours and just messing around. Oh, check this one out, check this one out, check this one out. That'd be fun. That's kind of what I wanted to do, like when John Mancuda used to be part of the Johnny Bean community, and I still say hi to him all the time and happy birthdays and all that stuff. I think he's a funny guy. He pushed it a little bit too far. I think Johnny at that point was just losing it altogether. He wanted to take control of his channel. And bottom line is, a lot of those people dropped out on their own anyway. But John Mancuda has quite a collection of some really vintage, rare stuff when he was making money in the industry and music and in movies. And I think he was in like some TV show thing where it was about collecting collectibles and stuff. And so he got into that and got good at that. And he has quite the collection of rare guitars, over 300-400, I think, at least. Or did he say like 800? I don't know. He's got a lot. And I thought it would be cool to go check out his stuff, hang out with that guy for a day and go through all his gear. Maybe we'll hit him up for that, because I did write a song about him. I actually did a cover. I did a cover of the Hall & Oates Man-Eater song. I have it written. It's like I just have to complete it. And I wrote all the lyrics for it, but it's not Man-Eater, it's Mancuda. Oh, here he comes. Watch out now. He'll screw it up. Oh, here he comes. It's John Mancuda. Anyway, because he used to just do things in the chats that were just, oh my God, dude, why'd you say that? So we've got Glenn Michael Thompson. Let's stop talking and add this. Glenn Michael Thompson. Okay. And even if you're not here, I have your YouTube channel ID. And if you have an email attached to that, I will try to reach you by that. But if you do look at my videos and see the comments in the videos when you open the video, right? If you go to the comments section, you'll see who's the winner of this day or whatever. I'll always post the winner of blah, 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 blah. So on today's, the first comment will be pinned by me, and it'll say who were the winners of day 8 and day 9 of the 12 Days of Rockmas, right? So who else do we need to add? So we got blackjack guitar, super. We're gonna probably have to, because I'm talking so much, I'm giving a lot of you guys an extra chance to jump in on this. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna call it right now. This is gonna be at the end here. That's the end. You can't enter any more comments there to get into the winnings, but you can enter just for fun. Yeah, to help me out. Help the channel. All right, so how do we do this? Go into chat. How do I go to the whole? Let's go. Okay, view all chats. Yeah. All right, there we go. So we got Johnny, we got Billy Ray, we got Matt Stewart, we got Super Chef #1, Scott Hawk, we got Peggy, we got Lewis, we got Bay Area Rich, we got Blackjack Guitar, another one from Matt Stewart, getting an extra couple in there, right? So I got to give Matt Stewart some more, because he came back and he gave me the answer. So then we got Matt 2, Matt 3. There we go. All right, so there we go. So now everyone's in there. All right, so we're gonna call it now. We're gonna go and hit the spin on this thing. Are you guys ready for this? There we go. Oh, nice. All right, we're gonna just automatically respin. Are you still here, Rich? If you want to gift it to someone, I'll give you this 30 seconds right here. 30 seconds to gift it to someone else. Okay, here you go. I'm kidding. I was kidding. We're not going to wait 30 seconds. That's too long. But Bay Area Rich, if you are here, gift it to someone else in the chat. Oh, look at that. BCG. Oh, you did not miss it. You are still in the running. You're still in the running. Don't worry. Pardon me back. Pardon me there. You are still in the running for this one. For the for this. Stop that screen. We're going to present this screen. You are still in the running, the running for runaway with the running. 17 entries so far. So we're still going to draw on today's. So you're still in the running for today, BCG 5150 guitars. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry, man. It's all good. Okay. And offbeat bass gear. Right on, dude. Thanks for joining, dude. Hey, if some of you guys came from Puppy Badass, the show, I'm going to be on that show on the 28th. So hold on to your horses for that one. That's going to be fun. We're going to let loose in there. That's that kind of channel. There's no, all questions will be answered and all will be known. If you have any questions for me, that is. I don't know about those guys. I don't know if they want to reveal all the truth. Oh, you have a unicorn. All right, dude. Dude, I love unicorns. I've actually met, not very close up, an actual real unicorn. It was one of the, well, there were 2 or 3 of them out there, but they were a good few hundred yards away. Well, maybe not that many. Maybe about, maybe 50 yards away. They were the gray and one white rhinoceros, which is the actual still living unicorn. They're the chubby unicorns, by the way, down at the San Diego Zoo safari kind of part of the zoo. I remember going to that when I was a kid, and it was so fascinating to me. And now it's even better. And they were trying to keep the white rhinoceros gene pool alive, but they were mixing it with the gray, because that's the only way to keep the white one alive, because there's one left in the world or something. So they had one, and they're trying to get the two to combine, if you know what I mean. Yeah, narwhals. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, rhinos. Yeah, right. There you go. You were getting narwhals are also, you know. And I think there are some beetles that have horns too, single horns. I think there are some single horned in the Africa safari. So safari? What am I saying? The savannah. That's what I wanted to say. Savannah. And Rody 13, you were also entered today. And Dwight, dude, is Dwight Bailey here? Dude, it's been a while. Dwight Bailey, the hitman, back in the show. Nice to have you. So far then we have, let me add to the stage. No, not 19, but 18 people that have chatted into the chat who are entered in today's giveaway. But first, we're going to do that at the end of the show. But first, we're going to do the Wheel of Names once more. Barry Rich, did Barry Rich comment? Did anyone see a comment from him? Is he back here? Should I call him on the phone? Let's do a lifeline. Hold on, let's do lifeline. Lifeline to Barry Rich.
Mr. Laz?
Yeah, hey, you're not in the chat and you won, so you have to choose the option of either letting me spin again or choose someone from the chat.
Yeah, I did put in the chat. Give it to Billy Ray.
Oh, Billy Ray. Okay, Billy Ray's the winner. All right, you want to hear that, y'all? Say it again.
Billy Ray, 5150.
All right. Thanks so much, man. All right, I just hung up on him. Sorry. So excited. Sorry. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Excited I hung up. I was telling my sweetie how much I love doing this. And well, I gotta solo so you guys see me laughing. How much I love doing this show and how much I love doing the giveaway part, especially. And she always calls me Santa Laz all year round, like because I'm giving away stuff all the time. She's like, "What are you, Santa Laz?" And I'm like, "Yeah, hell yeah." Honestly, I've gotten more back from what I've done in YouTube. Then that's what part of the reason why I haven't monetized is I keep getting things and winning things and stuff. So I feel that that's the way I'm getting it back, but I want to make this bigger. I want to make it better, so monetizing is the way for YouTube to spread this to a larger audience. And I think I have to do the AdSense thing and do all that. So I have to, sorry, there's going to be ads, but I'm going to try to learn from Phil McKnight how he does it. During the live shows, there's no ads. Okay. The ads will come on at the end of the show or maybe at the beginning, but there won't be any interruption because that's lame. And then for videos, the same thing. I'm going to try to do it so that there aren't any in the middle. But if they force that on me, then oh well, it is what it is. And then I'll do ads of sorts that are like me sponsoring myself, sponsoring the show, because I'm going to do my happy method of learning how to play musical instruments. Happy being HAPI, hear and play instruments. Doesn't matter if the instrument is a stick in a rock. There's a good and a bad way to learn how to play those things. And I think there's a lot of great teachers out there teaching, but there's always a new way, another perspective. And the way I learn, people are always saying, how did you learn how to do this, Laz? How did you learn to be a multi-instrumentalist? How? With the limited amount that you practice and stuff, how do you do this? And how did you develop that ear that you have a phenomenal ear? And that's what you get away with all this by using your ear. But I honestly believe it's not just some genetic trait or something. I developed that ear. I see it in my other family members. They have a really good ear for music too. And I see it in a lot of people too. But how do you develop that into a musical skill, And I think part of it also has to do with this part inside the cranium here. Your mind is the secret, but your heart is the feel. So I always say the secret to tone is in your mind, but the feel comes from your heart. You put that together with whatever you want to call a musical instrument and make music with it. People will use a saw and go boing 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 on it, and that'll be a musical instrument, right, Johnny? Johnny even says he'll play anything and make it musical, right? And I believe that. Hey, Andy, Dion, right? Dion, or is it like Dijon? I'd call myself Dijon because it's like Grey Poupon. It's one cut above the other mustards. Anyway, Andy, old school friend from the metalhead hippie community, by the way. And I was chatting with the hippie the other day in his game. He's a gamer now. He does that more. And I totally get it. What he was doing with getting people to collab and make music and stuff was so amazing. Is anyone still doing that? I wonder. Let me know, Andy. Anyway, Andy's the coolest, man. Yeah. So, Andy, you're entered into a giveaway here. How about that? If you don't want to win it, then you can give it away to someone else. So let me save into the chat here. Billy Ray. Let me see. And okay, Billy Ray. And I think you're getting two now because I think didn't Ron gift you one? I don't know. When's the 9th day of Christmas? Oops. It already saved it in here. 9th day of Christmas, care of ROCKMAS. I'm sorry, ROCKMAS. Care of Bay Area Rich. We all know Billy Ray had a rough year here, man. The last quarter, especially. Last half of the year was tough, man. Lost a couple family members. There's nothing harder than that, you know. Not won the 9th day of ROCKMAS, care of Bay Area Rich. By the way, Bay Area Rich is the richest man in the sense of being full of kindness and generosity and giving. And he's not like some rich guy, but he's rich in the sense of he's got friends. That's like me too. I'm like that. We're rich in those ways. So I always highlight these in pink for Ron on my calendar. There we go. All right, so there we go. Dwight's here. That's right, Johnny. And Puppy Badass is also here. Now you're also entered, Puppy Badass. I know who you are. That's Charles's brother, by the way, you guys. 71N5, 75N, something like that. Charles 75N. I'm sure there's a reason for the 75 in the N. I don't know what it is. I have not asked him yet. But maybe I'll ask that question on your show. But he lives in Texas. I think Puppy Badass, you live like in Pennsylvania or somewhere like that on the East Coast, right? So all y'all that are in here now, we're getting close to the 1 hour mark. So let me talk a little bit more. New people to the chat. The title or the kind of the show theme today on the Music is Therapy show is, what is it about Christmas music that you love and or hate? And let me give you a little scientific background to some of this stuff here. So I Googled, AI'd, whatever you want to call it, the question, how is Christmas music used in marketing, and what's the psychology to Christmas music and marketing? And so AI said, marketers use Christmas music psychologically to trigger nostalgia, warmth, and positive emotion. Let me turn this way. Read this. Move that. Okay. So why do they use this nostalgia, warmth, and positive emotion triggers? To make shoppers feel good. Why? So they'll linger longer and spend more money by creating a familiar, joyful atmosphere that links the brand to cherished memories, leveraging music's power to influence mood. This is something we've talked about quite a bit here, right? And we all know music is a mood shaper, right? And behavior for increased brand affinity and sales. Though managing repetition is key to avoid irritation. This is the biggest problem. Some people who work retail, they're going nuts during this time of year, and they basically have to block it out somehow by singing like, I'm Henry VIII, I am. They want to avoid the irritation. It can be really depressing for some of those people they can't block it out. This video explains how. Okay, there's a video that explains it. And then in my description, by the way, I always have links, especially during this show. I have links that go to other videos on YouTube, and sometimes I didn't enter any studies this time, but you can go find those things if you want. But I didn't enter any this time, where it shows through scientific not just study, but testing and all kinds of things, how these things affect humans. So there's videos and links there all about this. Also, one of my favorite Christmas time movies and albums is the Peanuts. It's a Charlie Brown Christmas, right? That album and that movie. And that was actually one of the very first cartoon type movies that became a traditional yearly Christmas thing. And it was the very first Peanuts movie. And not only that, but it was by total accident in a cab ride that jazz was used for that. There's a video in there that this guy goes into in depth everything about that original movie. that first Peanuts Charlie Brown Christmas movie, and how Charles Schultz himself really, saw himself somewhat as that Charlie Brown character. There's so much about that history, and that guy was a Bay Area guy, by the way. He lived in Marin County here, and so I'm a Bay Area kid too. I was born in San Francisco, so I grew up with that. I remember the very first Charlie Brown stuff when they were like little baby Charlie Brown kids. That was really funny too. My sister-in-law and I are both huge fans of the Peanuts thing, and it's very funny how in that series the psychologist is Lucy, who's really not a very good psychologist at all. So that kind of gives you a little hint to where maybe Charles Schultz had some frustration with some psychologists at some point, right? So there's good and bad psychologists, good and bad doctors of all kinds of, just like good and bad mechanics too, right? So we'll keep going on in here. So key psychological principles at play or nostalgia. Christmas carols evoke happy childhood memories, creating an emotional shortcut that makes consumers feel safe, trusting, and more open to purchasing products that promise that feeling of comfort and magic. Mood enhancement is another one, key principle. Festive music improves mood, reduces stress, and increases enjoyment, transforming routine shopping into a more pleasurable, meaningful brand experience. Then memory and association. Specific songs linked to traditions, building strong emotional connections and brand recall, making shoppers more likely to support brands that contribute to the holiday atmosphere. Then there's the subconscious influence. This is the most interesting one. Music subtly shifts moods and influences purchasing decisions with certain tempos, encouraging slower browsing like classic carols. Christmas time is here. You like that one, right? From the Peanuts movie. Or faster movement, up tempo hits, like like the Mariah Carey one or whatever, right? Or there's one that somebody I put in there where they hate that Paul McCartney one, and I always like that one. It's a little annoying at times, though. Then you've got how the marketers apply this. So they create these curated playlists, carefully selecting music, mixing classics with modern hits to match stores, traffic, and desired customer emotions, avoiding overly repetitive or irritating tracks. I don't think that it's always true though. Sensory marketing, another way they apply it, combining music with festive scenes, pine and cinnamon scents. Oh, they have the smells, the scents, not scenes. I gotta back this off a little bit. Here we go. And visuals, warm colors to create a fully immersive, nostalgic sensory experience, right? And then there's the emotional branding part, positioning the brand as a provider of festive joy, like the Macy's holiday parade. Right? So everyone knows Macy's because of the holiday parade, right? In New York City, right? And so that's a big branding thing right there. So it's a provider of festive joy, leveraging the season's high emotional engagement to build loyalty beyond the holidays. And then digital integration. Now here we're not even into AI yet. Oh God. Sharing branded holiday playlists on streaming services to extend the emotional connection online. And then what's the goal of all this? Well, increase spending and loyalty. By tapping into these deep-seated emotions, retailers aim to lower purchase barriers, increase time spent in store, boost sales, and foster strong brand loyalty through positive, memorable holiday associations. All right, that's it. That's the AI answer. That's the AI part. There's actually way more going on with AI now too, because AI is able to help procure a better like lists or better ways. What's more influential at what times of the day, that kind of stuff, right? Buy. That's right. Yeah, keep it there, Ron. Ron's still trying to unbury his house. 18 degrees right now in the sun. Well, at least it's over zero, right? 18 over zero. Or is that? Well, that's below freezing, obviously, but still. You're at 30. You're 18 degrees is well below freezing, by the way. But 11 inches, that's pretty heavy duty there. And Pegasus, it's only 28 there. I don't want to even tell you guys what it is here. I'll look it up. All right, let's see. Weather Channel. Livermore, California. Oh, it's a balmy 43 degrees and cloudy. But during the daytime, because right now it's still in the morning, by the afternoon it'll be about 53. So at least we're not freezing here. But, at some point, the mountain just a few miles away from here is going to have snow on it. Mount Diablo. Even the Mount Diablo gets frozen eventually. So yeah, look at that. Oh, 78 in Florida. See, dude, I was in LA last week and it was 87 degrees. I couldn't believe it. Oh my God. I have a picture of it. I took a picture, a dash cam picture. Hold on, let me find it. I'm going to show you guys this if you don't believe me. This is true. Dash cam picture. Let's see. Where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. All right. Here you go. If you don't want to believe me. "87 degrees, baby." And then within an hour of driving from there to the bottom of the what they call the grapevine over the mountain range that separates the coastal mountain ranges that separate the coastal area from the Ignacio Valley of California, which creates all the water that runs down into the valley and why we're such a fruitful agricultural state. We hit the bottom of this, and then there was this picture. This is crazy cool. You guys are gonna love this. You could see it looming in the foreground. There's a wall of fog up ahead. Okay, and then watch this. Right, we're getting closer. And then check this out. In the valley, it was just fog, and it dropped 40 degrees down to 47 in the middle of the day. This was at 3 p.m., mind you. Okay, adjust my mic. There we go. So that was pretty crazy to see that kind of a change in weather in just an hour and a half of driving, right? So right on, man. In my convertible last year, so it fell into your convertible. That's nice. Yeah. 15 in Kentucky. I've been in Kentucky. For Kansas City, I think you meant Kansas City, KC. Kansas City, here I come. Right. Light snow there in is that Montana, MA? Where's that? Massachusetts. I don't know what the MA is. Anyway, it's one of those. Oh, let's see what James says. James says that his kind of weather, he would be out playing in it. Yeah, in the snow. See, I loved it when we lived in Colorado for 4 years, and we'd go up to the snow all the time. I'm planning to go up to the snow this year too. When my sweetie's back, I'm going to try to talk her into let's go to Lake Tahoe for New Year's. Do something different, Let's just sit around here. But she may not want to travel up into the snow. she doesn't like cold. Yeah. Oh, in the Carolinas. Yeah, right. And he says, don't feel like Christmas without cold and snow, but that's just me, right? That's why I like to go up to it. Yeah. Hey, Boomster Black also now entered into the running. So you are also now entered into the 9th day of Christmas giveaways here. Boomster, what's up? Washington is flooding. Oh, no. Damn, Washington State, right? Yeah. There's a lot of rain up there. Yeah. All right. So James Laz opened up the boxes. No, I didn't yet. Okay, should we do that? And then we'll do the giveaway and then we'll end the show. Because we did start late. So let me get my favorite from my friend Ryan, my musical brother-in-law or whatever, music-in-law, gave me this really cool gift. It's a box opening knife. It's a collectible of sorts, right? And this is the cool part. Oh, not that part. I almost broke my computer. Well, it's not a switchblade, but it's a pretty easy to flip open knife anyway. So here we are. Should we do that? Let's do this one. Oh, that's not it. It's this one. That's not it. It's this one. God, you put a lot of tape on this thing, dude. All right, I'm not gonna hit that button again. Too much to cut open here. But I do appreciate the well packaged box, Ron. Thank you. And I did take my address off there just in case. God. Ah. Oh, look at that. That's what I got. All right. Thank you very much, Ron. A Black Sabbath sticker. I'm going to stick this on the front of one of my amps. It's stick on, right? That's cool. I dig it. He's making these with his 3D printer, and he wrote, what did he write? Should I read what you wrote, Ron? Okay. Nothing crazy. He just says, Laz, thank you, Laz, for being more than just a friend. Well, I don't know about that, man. Where is that thing? Where is it? I can never find these things. Where is it? Oh, I don't know which one it is. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay. No, we're very good friends. We're almost like family. We are family. More like a brother. See, yeah, I knew it. Yeah. All right, thank you. Enjoy Rano. He goes by Rano. I like that. So what he got me was 4 fret polishers, a narrow, a medium, a wide, and an X. Then 1 trem blocker, 1 knob puller. Ooh, where's that thing again? Tuning drill attachments. Okay, very cool. Light duty metric thumb sockets. Okay, for like, your tuning keys. And then 10 millimeter turner hand socket, something like that. So I guess for turning sockets that are 10 millimeters. Okay. And then I figured that out. And then a string strap tool of some sort. I think the one that pulls the strings off, like you loosen your strings and it pulls it away from the fretboard so you can, file your frets and stuff. And that's it. Thank you very much. You guys want to see these things? Let me see. That's what he wrote. Right there. All right. Let's check it out. Wow. He made all these with his new 3D printer. So here's the string stretcher. Very cool. And it's got a little rubber thing up here, so it's a little softer. I might file away at the bottom parts here, so it's a little more comfortable and less kind of sharp on the fingers. Oh, 2 of those. Dang, right on, dude. So I can put one in a gig bag. Then here are the fret file kind of contraptions here. You wrap the paper around it. He's already got the paper on there, so you just file at your frets there like that, right? Then we got different ones, 4 different ones, 4 different sizes. All right, and it's got the paper in there, so that one of them has it at least. And you don't really need more than one. Then these little parts to them. Let's keep those together. Very cool. I'm gonna have to get a bigger box. a bigger box. Gotta get a bigger toolbox because these things are gonna take up half the space in my little toolbox that I have right now. So, and then we've got oh, look at that. Okay, very cool. I can like use self stick on to stick on or screw it on if I want to a guitar for my brother Andy's guitar, I think, right? The purple one. And I do use like the what is that thing called? Okay, here's the oh, that's cool. It's got these little ridges there too. So that's the trem blocker, the knob puller. It's kind of small. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Can't stop myself. And here's like an attachment for a drill, for tuner pegs, different size tuning pegs, right? Bigger, smaller. Then here's that string stretcher thingy. Very cool. And then here's some of those thumb turn knob, kind of like jack bolt turners. Another one that I guess you could use for something. He'll explain these things to me if I don't know what they are. And then here's a piece of rubber. And oh, look at that. That's for like a phone stand or something, right? Right? Phone stand. So I use these lamicals, but this is kind of like that, right? There you go. And you can put it down like you can put it down. What's cool about this was you could put it like this too if you want to, right? Well, I guess not. It's meant to be like that. But what I like about the lamicals is they have different sizes. This is like a small tab, or like there's for like a iPad, for like an iPad or something. But they also have a bigger version like this one for like I can use my laptop this way. Because what I might be doing in the future is gonna have a laptop, and then I'll use this laptop that's a total 360 flip, and use this as a tab, and then use a keyboard that's set up with this, and then I'll have two, and then I'll have this screen over here, and it's gonna be screens everywhere. It's gonna be crazy in here. But they make a bigger one like this too, Lamical. They're a very good brand. I really like quality, hefty, aluminum. Really like those. All right. So by the way, Blackjack, who was it? No, Billy Ray. Enter either by email to me would be the easiest, right? Just email me what you want, or you should probably do it right here, and then we'll do the giveaway. Email me what you want to have as your winning item. All right. Hey, William De Silva is back here. What's up, William De Silva? So you're also entered in this giveaway right here. I'm going to put this back up. Here we are. So we got 25 entries. You guys ready for me to roll the entries on this one? I'm ready. Oh, we got one more unboxing. Hold on a second. All right. I almost forgot. Let me solo myself. All right. Here's the other big unboxing. You guys see that? Move my chair. I'll put it on the chair. How about that? Okay. Roll it over. Now you guys get a good view of this thing. I'm going to take the address off first, just in case I accidentally turn this around, because I have been known to do that. All right, there we go. All right, I know you guys can't really hear me, but I'm going to try to speak to the mic here while I open. All right. So this is not my guitar, but this is the guitar. This is the guitar I sent to Ron to have him work on. All right, let's see. And just so you know, this is a sneak preview of sorts for the giveaway when we hit 1,000 views. Because what I'm going to do, or not views, one time, not more than that. I'm almost at 1,000 videos, by the way. That's a lot. If any of you have ever done YouTube, 1,000 videos is a lot. All right, so we got bubble wrap is flying out. I'm going to back this up some so you can see a little better. Gotta unhook this. There we go. See a little better. Bubble wrap is coming out. All right. A lot of bubble wrap. Okay, I'm going to put the knife down. All right, let's see. I'm going to assume that there's nothing else in here. Like there's not going to be like a lamp, like a lamp that's shaped like a stripper's legs. A lot of bubble wrap. Thanks for the bubble wrap, Ron. Oh, I have a lot of extra. Oh, there it goes. All right, here it is. Oh my goodness. Look at that. All right. And he also gifted my brother Andrew this handy dandy little gig bag. All right, here it comes, you guys. Okay, let me get that drum roll going again. Look at that thing. Holy moly, look at that. So this is my brother Andy's guitar, his first guitar that he bought with his own money. One of these inexpensive BC Riches. I know, I'll try not to drop it, Ron. Look at that thing. Made in Korea at the time. It says so right there. Anyway, so Ron did he replaced the crappier tuners with these really nice Jackson tuners. See, I do it too, Ron. Don't feel bad. Jackson tuners in black. He polished up the body really nice. It's smooth. Left all his stickers on there. Right. He had to cut away a little bit of it to get the He had to cut away a little bit of it to get the Floyd that I bought for my brother in there, but then he replaced all the parts with some stainless steel bolts and whatnot, right, and nut blocks. Look at that. He routed it out to properly fit that. Look at that. Look at that route. It's perfect. Look at that. And look at the action, you guys. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Look at that. All right. I'm already dinging it up again. But let's check it out. Wow, it's almost in tune coming from the frozen tundra of the frozen tundra of that town over there in the mountain, like on the Appalachian, the Cleveland side or the Ohio side of the Appalachians, right? Well, by the way, when I was at that Mammoth show, there was a voice in my head that told me at least 10, 15 minutes before it happened that I'm going to be getting one of the picks that they're throwing out in the audience. And look at that. That, I believe, is Tim Tournier's personal friend of Mark Tremonti pick that was tossed out to the crowd during the end of the show, or near, like in the middle, kind of near the end of the Miles Kennedy trio part of the show. So let's use that real quick. And I assume that there's a Floyd knob for this, or knob, a Floyd lever for this somewhere, or I have to buy one. Let me know. Let me know, my friend. Man, this is amazing. Look at it. Look at the frets. Look at how they shine, they gleam, using that system that he just sent me for polishing and cleaning the frets. He spent probably half a day at least, if not more, on this guitar, and it is amazing. Replaced all the original pickups with the better ones. Dropped the center one down pretty low, but if Andy wants to use that, he can. And just like Ron, Andy's into skulls. I got him that skull tone knob years ago. And he is a Raiders fan. Yeah, there you go. All right. So thank you very much, Ron, for doing a fantastic job on this thing. Now let's do the giveaway for today. And thanks for the gig bag, by the way. Ron has seen the original case I built for this out of plywood. And it probably itself weighs 20 pounds. So it's nice that he'll have a gig bag for this. we go. And by the way, I did buy him a strap for this, so that's part of his Christmas special Christmas present. Here it is. I doubt he's watching the show, but if he does, then this is going to be kind of a surprise blown. But it is a Marsha strap. And the joke is that if you don't know about this, a lot of Marshall players that are metal, like Andy, they take the L's off their cabs and their amps, so it says Marsha, and it's a joke on the Brady Bunch, Marsha, because when you have the head and two cabs, so you have full 8 speakers blaring 100 watts at you, right? You've got or sometimes 2 cabs on or 2 amp heads on top, right, running all 8. So you get a square and a slant cab and then a head on top, and then they all say Marsha. It's that joke from Brady Bunch, Marsha. There was that one episode when the sister, I forget her name, not Cindy, the other one, the one that everyone forgets. That's why she's so pissed off at Marsha. Nobody cares about her. Anyway, somebody in the chat knows who I'm talking about. Sean Hockey, what's up, dude? All right, you guys ready for this giveaway now? Let's do it. We can close the wheel of names. Billy Ray won. Billy Ray, if you haven't already figured it out, send me an email. I think I already got your email though, so your address, so I can send you your winning. And you have to choose, what do you want to win? All right. So the winners get to choose either this. Let's show this in here. You either get a pack of strings of some sort. So some people have chosen strings. And then you get some swag along with that, like some stickers. Like, I get a lot of these because I'm buying stuff from them all the time. Sweetwater, picks, some swag from NAM. We're going to be going to NAM again, so there'll be more swag. But I'm going to send it before then. I promise. So strings, now these are 9 to 46s. I also have 9 to 42s. I also have 10 to 46s and 10 to 52s. So tell me what string type you like, and those are generally the 4 that I keep in stock. Then we've got like picks. Everyone's going to get a Van Halen pick, and there'll be other picks. Then choose, if you don't want that, string swing guitar hanger like this. And another choice. Oh, yeah, you're all going to get some kind of Sweetwater candy, and usually I get this stuff, Bit O' Honey. That's my choice if they remember, if it's in the system. And then what else? Oh, yeah, the Chuyos. I forgot about the Chuyos. So what I'm wearing right now, the Peruvian toque. Let me show you a little bit more detail here. I've got 4 more left. With or without the dingleberry, let me know if you want the dingleberry on there or not. If not, then I'll cut it off like I did on this one and just tie it at the end. So it'll be like, oh, this is a dingleberry one I'm wearing right now. But they are all made by hand by artisans in Peru. And if you want the dingleberry on this one, I'll just sew it back on. When I washed these, I washed them when I came back. They got wrapped onto some clothes and ripped off. So I washed the other ones in one of those like laundry bag, the bag thing that you put in like a little delicate bag or whatever. So I still got a couple of these. So if you don't want the dingleberry, I'll just snip it off and tie it off, and it'll be like, like one of the other ones I wear that doesn't have the dingle balls on the end. So you can have one of those, or what was the other option I was giving? I think that's it, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think those are the main winning items. Because, oh, no, wait. I still have 2 of these left. Or 1. I think somebody chose one. So I think maybe I have 1 or 2 of these left. So the Slash in Skeletor fashion. Right on. So there you go. So are you guys ready? Peggy, you want the Slash one, right? I think I already have yours in a box. I had like 4 of these, so don't worry. Yours is already set aside. I think I have another. I'll check while I do some packaging today. I'll double check. So let's see. So Billy Ray, did you choose? Let's see. Let me read. Hi, Sean. He's saying hi to people. Hi to Sean. Yes, Raiders, right? So Billy Ray, just email me what you choose. Okay. The bar is in the case in front. Okay, okay, cool. The bar is in the case in the front zipper. Thank you, Ron. You rock. Of course it would be. Duh. Rockin' Santa over here is laughing at me even. All right. All right. So you guys ready to do this? All right, here we go. All right, let's do it. The giveaway commences right now. Oh. Here we go. Let's see who it's gonna be. Who's it gonna be? Blackjack guitar. No way. Right on, dude. Look at that. The winner. All right. Blackjack guitar, the winner. So you got two things today. Because you know why? Rich decided to choose you, right? Didn't he? Or no, he chose Billy Ray. Okay, forget about it. So Billy Ray won and Blackjack guitar won. You can't see it? Let me show it again. Winner, Blackjack guitar. There you go. Goal. It says goal, but it sounds like yay to me, right? I don't know. It's hard to tell what those guys are saying. They're German. I meant to laugh. Oh, okay. That's another funny one in here. Where's the laugh? This one has the best laugh. Hold on. This is Johnny Bean's friend. Where is it again? There's always that one audience member that's laughing super loud. There we go. All right, there we go. So Blackjack guitar is the winner. Let me put that into my phone. And that's the end of the show, you guys. So don't forget, after the show, comment in this show's comment section, because that'll give you extra entries into next show's giveaway. So you get extra entries to do that. Did we do the other giveaway yet? Yeah, we did. We already did the other one. All right. And so if you saw how we did the extra entries, if you like comment on this show and you're in the next show, and if I have a question for you during the show and you answer the show question or something like that in the description or whatever, then you get extra entries, which means extra chances. And there's not a lot of comments, so usually getting your name on that comment roll thing there is a good way to get extra entries into the next giveaway, right? So there we go. And then, of course, after NAM, I'll have more swag, and I'll do a special post-NAM swag giveaway show. And then I save some of those swag things for future giveaways too. So usually I'll do a giveaway every like week or so, you know, just for fun. We're going to do more and more. Thank you very much, Pegsters. Oh, Puppy Badass. I thought it was Peggy. Puppy Badass. Why puppy? Did you have a badass puppy? Did it bite you or something? What happened? All right. No, it's not exactly shorts weather over here either, man. It's not exactly warm here. But in LA it was. I don't know what it's like right now, but that one weekend was weird when we were down there for that show. It was amazing. At night it was cold though, like the desert, you know. Cold in the evening, hot during the day, right? All right. Anyway, so that's the show, you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you enjoyed the discussion. So after the show, put into the comments my favorite and my least favorite Christmas song. Put that into the comments and check out the links that I put in the description. Hold on a second. I've got to do a where. See, the button is not so easy to get to. Where is it? There. I've been talking a lot and I haven't been drinking enough of my nog. Oh yeah, that coffee kind of cooled down though. Still good. So 18 Celsius there. So you should probably pick one of these toques, dude. Is that what you want? One of these Peruvian toques? So you can just message me in the email if you want, or you can tell everyone here which is the item that you want. But I've got a gray one that goes flips to white, and then I've got a gray one that flips to black. And it's got pumas on it. And this one says Arequipa, which is a beautiful part of the Andes up there where one of my nephews, my Peruvian nephews, on my sweetie side, Diego. He's an explorer too. Diego is up and working up in the mountains, and he bought several of these for me. I asked him to please buy me a bunch of those when he's up there in Arequipa. So Arequipa, yeah, man. So thank you guys all for joining the show. We'll see you next time. And that's the wrong button. It's supposed to be this button. And